1940-42. What Franklin Delano Roosevelt, of all people, promised to do, I'm going to do it. He said, and prohibition. Now, put the drug interest in jail, among other things. Now, Roosevelt promised to Churchill at the Atlantic meeting and the Casablanca meeting. He said, no more will the United States fight world wars to save the British Empire in any shape or guise. No more will the United States tolerate the British system, whether colonial or neo-colonial. No more will the United States tolerate the economics of Adam Smith in any part of the world. We are going to take this aching, poor, hungry world, and we're going to transform it with American methods. We're going to transform it by export and development of high-tech techs. And every dirigist, federally directed, scientific Christ program that we deem necessary. You know, some people talk about how many nuclear plants can you build. Understand American methods. If I want to build 10,000 nuclear putter along the way we like to do it, it won't happen. You want to have 50 or 100 nuclear starts a year, we can do it. Just take the table of requirements. We need how many steel plants, how many of this, build them all, right now. If we have to melt down the neon signs on the whorehouses to do it.
Now, don't get the crown confused with the queen. Does anybody know the difference between the crown and the queen? What is it?
The crown is in the middle of London, a little square.
The crown is the 1 mile square Masonic entity which controls the Bank of England called the City of London. The queen is something entirely different. So what does that tell you? The ruler of the colonies was the Bank of England, a Masonic controlled organization.
Held prisoner in the Garden of Eden by an unjust, cruel, and vindictive God until Lucifer, through his agent Satan, set man free from this garden by giving him the gift of intellect. Through the use of intellect, man will conquer the earth, will conquer nature, and will himself become God. It's taught in every Masonic temple in this land. Every secret brotherhood, every secret temple, every occult organization teaches the Luciferian philosophy. These people learned how to control others through the use of a hidden knowledge. Their whole goal with this philosophy is to teach all men and women
infierno, sacrificado seas, danos el pan de cada día. Satanás, el Vaticano en su guarida, sacrificado sea tu nombre, déjanos caer en la tentación del mal. Vende la pistola, cómprate una tumba. Cuando el Papa lo ve negro asusta, porque Satanás luciferiano es invocado. Ten mucho cuidado porque está a todos los lados, hermano. Los cuantos aquí estamos, a los tuyos esperamos. El poder del Vaticano y sus largos tentáculos, mecánicos, inquisidor del pánico católico. Cuando Satanás me conceda suelo caótico, sangre beberemos hoy, como fuego por la boca y enemigo de Hellboy. Vomito blasfemia, niño del infierno soy, excomulgando zorras y puteando voy. A día de hoy, este es mi oficio, pura realidad, sacaros un beneficio. Que el mundo sufra porque soy luciferino, profanando con locura. Sin cordura para ti, para mi pura lujuria. Beber sangre de bebé para poder satisfacer. Sobre el patrón del blanco y negro, invocando a Lucifer. Se apodera de mi alma, estrangulado. Alto Dios misericordia. Llegado descomulgado, esperando el anticristo, preparando su llegada. Rituales para niños, sangre y carne humana. El vino, la hostia sagrada. El Papa Negro y su pizza negra. El Papa Negro y su pizza negra. El Papa Negro y su pizza negra. No quiero el infierno, sacrificado sea. Destruir los poderes legales de las personas, extirpando las doctrinas protestantes y masonas. Quemaré, arrasaré, enterraré vivos al eje. Pegaré en sus estómagos, del vientre a sus mujeres. Y machacaré cabeza de sus infantes contra la pared. Para que estos no procreen. La cuerda de estrangulación, guardarranco no. El Belzebú con perdón, la favero. El plomo de la bala, la daga al acero. El Santo Padre, entidades de Jesús. Supremo Rey del mundo, portadores de la luz. Extremo poder, usurpadores protestantes. Órdenes tu agencia, ante el Santo Padre. Destruir todos los falsos poderes legales. Hacerme con el control del mundo, ser intocable. Secretos guardados, la mente maestra. Oramos al diablo, metido por la iglesia. Católica, apostólica, purísima, satánica. El Papa Negro y su pizza negra. El Papa Negro y su pizza negra. El Papa Negro y su pizza negra.
All right, that was the intro. That was the intro. So basically, I'm still trying to work on a good, proper intro. I did not intend for it to be like 10 minutes long, but yeah. How are y'all doing? Let me fix this right fast. There we go. Can you hear me? All right. There we go. Forge Gang! I am still a hard man. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Ghost of Niccolo, how are you, man? Ghost of Niccolo says, let's go, Shaggy, Soberman, Stoic, Rick Perry, Zoom, Roxo, Queeros, Chinatown, all melted at the forge. Let's go. I'm still a hard man. What's up, Rick Perry? Rick Perry says, woo! Forge Gang, I am still a hard man. Ghost of Niccolo says something about Omerta. I think he's talking about that they played Omerta. When is Omerta Mondays going to come back? What's up, Total Janny Death? What is up, Interdimensional Lizard? What's up, Soulbreaker? How are y'all all doing tonight? So, yeah, this is the Forge Coffee House, which is kind of just, I'll answer any questions you want. It's sort of an open mic. I interact with the audience, and we just kind of have fun. Not every stream is going to be like that. This is just sort of a silly, no-topic thing. So, did you guys watch earlier the Lyndon LaRouche ending the British Empire? Because that is the number one thing that needs to be done. Now, the British Empire didn't actually die. The old empire is gone, but the British system of banking, is still very much around. It is everywhere in all facets of life. America is not a free country. America was a free nation, but it is not now. Now America is under central banking, central contracted private banking, your central cartel banking. America is run by essentially mafia elites with central cartel banking. When will the American people and the people of the world in general, but especially the American people, when will the American people rise up to overthrow the central banking system? When will the American people finally have a backbone like their forefathers did and actually rise up and overthrow the tyranny that is over their heads? When will the sheeple wake up and finally realize what is actually going on in this brutal, horrible, savage, messed up world where people have to take drugs just to cope? Where the answer for most people for their problems is taking drugs, getting high, getting drunk, and resorting to playing video games, or just the short pleasures of life in general, as opposed to facing reality, actually having a backbone, and actually trying to do something to change the system. When is that finally going to become a thing? Will sheeple wake up? Will you finally destroy the central banking system? I'm not even getting into Freemasonry. I'm not even talking about secret societies. I am just talking about, when will the American people finally have a backbone, do what is necessary to live a free and sustainable life, where Americans again are electing their own politicians, when Americans are actually sending their own to Congress and the Senate, when Washington, D.C. actually what the values of this country were, what it once represented, instead of going to Hollywood and Disneyland just to cope for all the bullshit and all the lies that have been thrown at the American masses for the last 70 years or so, the last 60, 70 years. When that day finally comes, what an amazing day that will actually be. Unfortunately, that might not happen in my lifetime. When is there going to be a second American Revolution? When is the British central banking cartel system centered around the city of London finally going to at last be overthrown? The British are not going to do it. British people are not going to do it. No. The Europeans are not going to do it. The Chinese are not going to do it. The Arabs are not going to do it. Only the Americans have the potential to lead the world in a new awakening, a new call to freedom. But that can only happen when the unenlightened masses finally overthrow their elites. When finally, at last, we once again do have a nation that yearns to breathe freely. When America finally does return to its founding values. Donald Trump not going to save you, working class, blue collar American. Donald Trump is not going to save you, Russian-fearing American. Russian-fearing Europeans. Donald Trump is going to be your savior. Donald Trump supports the elites. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. When I talk about the sheeple, when I talk about waking up the sheeple, go watch some Bill Cooper stuff. Did he sell out? Yes. Eventually he did, but there's some good stuff that Bill Cooper did. Go watch some Bill Cooper, bro. Go watch some Bill Cooper and wake the fuck up, dude. You have no idea what I'm talking about, because the American people are the only ones with the potential of actually rising up and actually making a change in the world, just like they did in the past. Okay, it's going to be America that will do that. China is not going to. China doesn't value the rights and freedoms of its people. Europe doesn't value the rights and freedoms of their people. So it's not going to be the European Union that's going to save humanity. It's going to be America. Democracy is not the answer either. The answer is a republic. Benjamin Franklin said that republics are not democracies. Okay? Democracy is an illusion. Democracy is a false hope. That's what led Americans to where they're at now. Coping on drugs, coping on alcohol, coping on video games, coping on Hollywood movies and anime and Disney. Okay. Disneyland is for slaves. Okay. Disneyland is your slavery. Disneyland is your form of slavery. The central banking cartel system is your slavery. The Freemasonic Lodge is your slavery. Your bondage is the lying cubicle of the church. The church does not preach the word of God. The church today doesn't care. The 501c3 church down the street doesn't give a shit if you go to hell. When are you going to finally wake up and realize that? Or are you just going to continue to cope on your meth in Hollywood movies? And not that has befallen this country, that has befallen all the other nations and civilizations of the world. When are Americans going to have a backbone to finally make change? I can tell you it's not going to come from Alistair Mycroft. It's not going to come from Ryan Falk. And it's not going to come from Mormon Shaggy. They're not your heroes. They're not your saviors. They're too busy taking drugs and coping, watching anime and Hollywood movies. When are you going to finally wake up and realize what is actually going on in the modern world? When are you going to come to the fact that there are satanic occults, that there is Illuminati conspiracies going on to and fro? Are you too busy coping on your meth, on your alcohol, on your drugs, huh? Are you too busy coping and being a bitch to have a backbone to actually fight for something that is worth fighting for, something that is greater than yourself, the meaning and cause of something that is better than yourself, something that you would give your very life, that your comrades would give your life for? That's all I gotta say, man. Don't hail Satan in my chat, dog. Don't do that, man. You'll be banned. All right. So, anyways, yeah, nothing like a good fiery start to a stream. So, anyways, welcome to the Forge Coffee House. Ghost of Niccolo says Satanist non-white gays coping hard. Well, America was essentially founded by generally British and Northwestern Europeans. And then other people from other parts of Europe, from Eastern and Southern Europe, immigrated because their countries would not give them would not value their rights. So they immigrated to here and they prospered in this country. They prospered in the New World, a place where Europe would not give them the opportunity to be successful. Men like Nikola Tesla, who is from Serbia or Croatia, couldn't have ever been an inventor in the Balkans. So he came to New York. He came to New York and he became one of the greatest inventors of the 19th and the 20th century. So yeah, I mean, generally, when are just anyone going to finally, when are Americans going to finally have a backbone? You know, I do think that Bill Cooper sold out. I do believe that Bill Cooper was compromised and he sold out, but that man could really have some pretty motivational speeches when he was really rallying it. I don't think that there's going to ever be another 1776. Has shameful as that is, I don't think the militias are going to come out and, you know, get their muskets ready and actually march out and try to fight the redcoats or whatever. It's just not going to happen. So America is a parody of what it once was. The modern American system and the American inner city is a disgrace. It's full of black ghettos. It's full of third world shithole ghettos. The inner cities are. And it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Niccolo, let me tell you something, man. This is the reason why the elites and the Illuminati run things. They can divide people like you against other Americans. They can turn you against your own. They can use your hate and your prejudice as their weapon to turn you against other Americans. And when other Americans are killing one another, that is when they can dominate and they can rule. When you're killing your own people, when you are fighting against your own people, your own countrymen, that allows the elites to rule everything. So just consider that. This is how the British are able to rule. This is how the British derived Anglo-Central cartel system is able to succeed. The Illuminati and the elites are the enemies of all of humanity. They are the enemies of all Americans, including Texans. Okay, yeah, well, you said that the only Americans are Texans. I know that you were just being ironic when you said that, but what about all the Mexicans that are in Texas? Are you going to say that the Mexicans in South Texas are more American than Americans from Mississippi or from Louisiana? I think that you're not that stupid. I don't think you're that stupid, bro. Come on, man. for all of the shame, for all the shame that America has done to itself, there is some hope. There is still hope. There's not going to always be hope, but it's still there. The elites have not totally won. The elites have not entirely won just yet. There is still a chance for the sheeple to wake up, though it's not likely it's going to happen. These Italian families, or these Italian central banking families from Venice that moved to the Netherlands and then to Britain and sided with the tribe and the Freemasons and basically founded all of these secret societies that go all the way back to Babylon. Like, it's just something else, dude. By the way, this guy is Jay Dinks. This retard here is Jay Dinks, by the way. This is either Jay Dinks or Impressa, but whatever. But yeah, the only way anything that can be done to change anything is to get rid of the drugs. Get rid of all the video games and bullshit. Because you said Hell Satan 666, that's why. So yeah, I mean, all the bullshit and all the cope is not going to change nothing. It's just going to make things worse. So you want to fight Satan, you want to fight the devil, you want to fight the Illuminati, you want to fight the tribe, you want to fight the bankers, you got to learn and you got to study and you got to wake the fuck up. I don't really know if, but yeah. You got to wake the fuck up, dude. Now, a lot of you guys watching, you're already largely woke up. So I'm kind of preaching to the choir when I talk about a lot of this stuff. Mainly the people that watch me, you're probably just a bunch of incels and just middle-aged white men in their 30s and 40s that haven't had sex since high school or college and just have a lot of free time online. That's probably in general the demographic of who watches me. It's just kind of middle-aged white single men. But I got to preach, man. I've got to rally the troops. Here to rally the troops. I am here to to get things rolling. Dude, you say that, but aren't you Greek? Aren't you Greek, Soulbreaker? And you're saying barbarian tribes. Well, yeah, the Germanic tribes destroyed the Rome. Well, they didn't destroy it. They overthrew the Roman Empire, but yeah. The Roman Empire fell because of the German tribes, but that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm here to rally the troops at the forge. We gotta wake the sheeple up. It's time to rally the troops, and it's time to go off to war, bitch. It's time to go off to freaking war. Greece isn't Roman. Well, yeah, I mean, not anymore. Dude, even Italy is not technically Roman. I mean, the Roman state has not existed for like 1,500 years. Technically, Italy is not even Roman when you think about it. Rome wasn't really a people or a nation state. It was an empire. But it was a lot better than the British Empire. The British Empire exploited native tribes all across the world. Millions of people were genocided because of the British Empire. America stood for something better. America gave freedom to the masses. It gave rights and it gave freedoms, and it built a solid economic bloc of free trade in North America, something that the British could have only dreamed of. And as a matter of fact, the British actually tried to stop that. They tried to stop America forming into a single economic bloc, but they failed. And that's when they started to all of a sudden turn around from being really anti-American to being pro-American. Then they got America into their wars with Germany. And that's where everything changed. That's basically the kind of world that we're in now. We're in a world that is a result of the British pulling America into their wars for their empire. Lyndon LaRouche was right. Roosevelt talked about it too, how the British always got America into their wars with especially Germany and Japan and Austria-Hungary. And that still did not stop the British Empire from breaking apart. But by the time Britain was losing its place in the world, it had plenty of its Freemasonic elites in Washington that were running things for the British. Colin Quigley is the Anglo-American establishment and is a very good read. If you read about Wall Street and the Bolshevik Revolution by Anthony Sutton, you actually find out that the tribe and the Anglo-Americans funneled the Russian Revolution, destroyed the Russian Empire and killed the Tsar and created the Soviet Union. And by proxy also creating the People's Republic of China and world communism. That was the result of Anglo-American and tribal bankers. But anyways, yeah, we got to rally the troops together and we've got to fight. Donald Trump is not going to make America great. That's absolute bullshit. Donald Trump and Joe Biden are both two sides of the same Freemasonic coin. They're both sides of the same coin of democracy. So, no, when I talk about American liberty, I'm not talking about fucking democracy. The Greeks believed in liberty. The Greeks fought the Persians for their liberty. I mean, liberty is the concept of fighting for liberty is not something from the Enlightenment. If you look all throughout European and Western history, even the fascists and the German National Socialists, even they talked about fighting for liberty, okay, or fighting for freedom. Freedom isn't necessarily a concept that is solely something for republics. Monarchies in the past have talked about fighting for liberty, okay? The Greeks fought for liberty. Even the Vikings in their sagas talked about freedom and stuff. So freedom is not necessarily a republican concept. It's just been obligated into the American ethos. Americans really do vouch a lot about freedom and liberty. The problem, though, is that most Americans have come to think that making millions of dollars and making it rich on Wall Street, while other Americans live in tents in Seattle and are homeless and are on drugs, is the concept of living the American dream. Okay, that's not freedom. That's not liberty. Becoming a multi-billionaire is not the American ideal. settling the frontier and building railroads or being cowboys is far closer to the American ideal than that. That's a British and a Dutch concept, an Anglo-Dutch concept that is actually foreign to America. Okay, Andrew Jackson fought the bank, okay? Do any of you guys remember how Andrew Jackson basically destroyed central banking? What do you think about that? I mean, could you imagine an American president, an American head of state, a general and a president actually doing that? Okay? No president has ever had the backbone to do what Andrew Jackson did, except maybe George Washington. Okay? Wall Street is not America. The Midwest is America. The Midwest is the ideal concept of America. Suburbia is not America. Suburbs and suburbia is not where America is at. America is the cowboy. It is apple pie, and it is Texas. It is California. It's New York. Although New York is really not, I would consider to be American. But what happened to real American values? What happened when after 9/11, pretty much everyone put up American flags, and there was kind of this joint solidarity? You know, what happened to that? What happened to that America? What happened to that kind of American system? What happened to those kind of values? You know, why is it that Americans want to basically fight each other, stab each other in the back, essentially, in Minecraft, compete with each other for material prosperity? You know, when other people come to see Americans only wanting to go for material benefits and material prosperity, they start to think that America is hollow, that America is a hollowed out, false civilization, a fake civilization, an empty material thing. And that's just simply not true. I mean, that is not the America of Andrew Jackson. That's not the America of George Washington. That's not the America of the cowboys. But yeah. The American people, the founding fathers made the Constitution, obligated to separate from Britain. The 13 American states declared their independence separately. They obliged themselves for the common defense and for the common interest of commerce and for defense and for common administration and governance. They got together in Philadelphia and they were obliged to create a contract, a written contract based on the concept of John Locke's social contract. That is the Constitution. America made the Constitution. The Constitution did not make America. The Americans made the Constitution. The states, the state of Massachusetts, the state of New York, the state of Georgia, the state of South Carolina, the state of Virginia, the state of Pennsylvania, the state of Delaware, they made the Constitution. The Constitution did not make the states, and it did not make the Union. But other than that, yes, the Constitution played a very important role. So you're going to say that California is Mexican. That's what you're saying. You're saying that Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, California, Utah are Mexican. You're saying that those states need to be given back to Mexico. That's what you're saying, isn't that? Huh? That's what you're saying, Nick Rikita. You're saying that California should be given back to Mexico. You're saying that Texas, Mexico, and Arizona should be given back to the Mexicans, that they should be compensated. That is what you're saying. Right now, in front of everyone, that is what you're saying. That is what you're admitting to saying. That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. This guy thinks that the entire Southwest should be given back to Mexico. American is the masses and all republics. Yeah, I mean, well, Soul Breaker, America was not the first republic. And we actually don't have the longest existing constitution. San Marino has the longest constitution that goes back to 1590, actually. They still have their early 17th century constitution. And as far as I'm aware, Athens was technically the first republic. At least Rome was the first to call itself a Rex Publica. But yeah. No, Andrew Jackson would appeal. No, George Washington openly appealed to the American masses. American populism predates the rise of Marxism-Leninism, so it isn't necessarily communism. It's just that the communists have abrogated that concept of the masses. You want to appeal to the common man. America was founded on rejection of aristocracy and inherited wealth. America was founded against the concept of a landed aristocracy, and it was founded as a nation for the benefit of the common man. That's not communism. Ghost of Nicolo said, Ghost of Nicolo says that Scotland has a constitution from 1539, I believe. I don't know. Are you talking about the Scottish Church? Because Scotland has not been a nation since 1707, I don't think. But yeah, Scotland is not really. Scotland never was a republic, though. Anyways, how to mod. Here, what are you going to do if I mod you, though? What do you plan to do when you have a when you have a wrench. Nick Rikita's President Baldo, America should become the new Soviet Union of National Bolshevik. That's going to happen. I don't know. That might happen in California. Maybe California will go National Bolshevik. Who knows? Oregon could also very easily go communist. But other than that, I don't think America is going to become Soviet, dude. Rick Perry says that Shakespeare used the term distracted multitude pretty snappy. Yeah, so that's basically his term for the sheeple, for unawakened sheeple. But anyways, I can't mod in StreamYards for some reason. It doesn't give me that option to mod people. I have to go to YouTube to do that. But wasn't Shakespeare basically a monarchist? I heard that Shakespeare was actually a crypto-Catholic. I don't know how true that was or how true that would have been. And even if he was confessionally a Catholic, that doesn't necessarily mean Catholic. A school lunch from the Great Depression. But yeah, I mean, America has just become such a depressed, disgruntled, kind of just rather cyberpunkish, dystopian shithole, dude. America has become this really this cyberpunk dystopia. But yeah, just obviously, you know, we're not going to go back to the old days. That's impossible. It is impossible to go back to before 1965, before the immigration reform of 1965. That's not going to happen. But yeah. Who is this Nick Rekieta dude? You misspelled Rekieta. It's Rekeita. And I know that Bronx Beats watches me, dude. And I know that Jay Thay, dude. But yeah. Soulbreaker says, yo, thanks, bro. Yeah, you're welcome, man. What's up? You Forge gang, nigga. Hey, gang and shit, man. Shit. Is that a gorilla? What the heck is that? Courage today, victory tomorrow. Oh, okay, that's from Fallout. Okay, it's from Fallout. Oh, by the way, I saw your video from Born Again Barbarian, and he said that it is the Bible that saves and Jesus Christ does not save. So, are you saying that Jesus Christ is not the means to salvation? You know, I really doubt that the Bible can save you. The Bible is just a book. It doesn't save. Code of Truth. Okay. The Bible is not going to save you. The Bible will give you a blueprint to kind of help you out, but you got to be part of the church if you want to go to heaven, dude. Visible evidence of hard forged gangsterism. Gang activity in the chat, man. This is America. Dude, modern America is nothing that the founding fathers would have ever conceived of. I mean, I'm just saying, like, stupid wasps really just basically destroyed everything. The freaking wasps, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants basically ruined it for everyone. Oh yeah, how do you guys like the Stoic and the Sonnet medallion? How do you guys like Stoic with the Sonnet medallion? He's rubbing poop on his stomach there. He is smearing himself. So every time the Reformed Stoic says smear, that means that he rubs poo-poo on his stomach, on his little big fat ass gut. My chat is not loading for some reason. Okay, how am I supposed to watch the link that Nicolos sent? Ah, thank you, Rick Perry. Thank you, Ricky Parridge. Ricky the Parridge of the Porridge. Rick Porridge. Ricketa Perry. Ricketa Perry. There's Rick Perry and there is Ricketa Perry. So what do you guys think about the whole thing about Ricketa getting the Sonichu medallion, putting it on, and then all of a sudden going to prison? Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah, dude, this is CGI stuff. Like, this is not CGI is not going to set you free, bro. CGI is not going to set you free and set you on the path to like a higher calling in life. So yeah, the Transformers save you. The Transformers are not going to give you freedom. Soulbreaker says, I have to do math. Bay, guys. Copy paste. Slim says, Forge Gang. Yeah, I like doing these streams at night. It's just so comfortable to do it in like really early in the morning. Rick Perry says that the great power of the Sonichu talismanic medallion requires an equally great sense of responsibility. Well, you know, Reformed Stoic chose to put the Sonichu medallion on. Reformed Stoic thought that he had the mind power to control the Sonichu medallion, to control his own fate with it. But in the end, it corrupted him. The Sonichu medallion corrupted Stoic from within and turned him into a twisted, vile, disgusting thing. Just like the ring. Just like Gollum and the Ring from Lord of the Rings. An influential e-celebrity wearing the Sonichu medallion is a sign they have embraced degenerate actions and are soon to embrace a ruinous end. Slim Cognito. Yeah, I guess you could say that, Slimmy. Slim, Simity, Chim, 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 Slimity, Chim, Chim, Chimity, Chim, Chim, Chimity, Chim, 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 Him. Don't ever wear the Sonichu medallion. It's basically our universe's Infinity Gauntlet. The Sonichu medallion is our reality's version of the Infinity Gauntlet. Don't ever wear it or don't ever put it on. It will drive you to madness and utter destruction. It is the road to Weimar degeneracy. It is the road to utter nothingness. You become nothing. You become utter darkness with the Sonichu medallion. To play with Christianity is to play with fire. The interdimensional merge is nigh. Yes. The Sonichu medallion is our reality's version of the Infinity Gauntlet from Marvel, from the Marvel universe. That should be a creepy, dude. Someone needs to make that into a creepypasta. I can't believe that there is not a creepypasta yet of that. If you ever, Slim Canito says, if you ever receive a Sonichu medallion, ensure you cast it into the flames. Woo woo, the Vito Rust you do. It's time to take America back, bitches. It's time to make America the land of the free again and shit, nigga. Shit. Even the volcanoes of Mordor couldn't smelt the one true Sonichu medallion. Ghost of Niccolo says, Christ and the Holy Ghost BTFO'd Rick Perry. Okay, well, sadly, I wasn't able to get in touch with Autismo Soberman. Where is the Autismo that is known as Soberman? Where has Soberman gone? Oh, where could Soberman be? Where has Soberman gone? Oh, the Autismo that is gone to be. Where has Soberman gone? Where could Soberman be? Where could Soberman be? To spare out ever so more. Ghost of Niccolo says, you will kneel to the sinless Christ, Rick. Bow the knee to Christ, Rick Perry. Bow the knee to Christ. Shit. Black Jesus and shit, man. Playing in front of men is your vibe, ghost boy. Well, it looks like I'll play some clips or something. Yeah, it's time for the American people to rise up and overthrow the system. It's time to take out the Rothschilds and restore American values. Germany never had the capacity to do it, but America can. America can do what other countries failed to do. It is time for the hard man of the forge to defeat the Rothschild must be done. You shall not pass. Just as Gandalf would say. When Gandalf stood before the great beast in the Fellowship of the Ring, just as he said, ye shall not pass. All right, so yeah, anyway. Yeah, we're going on an hour and 11 minutes now. 10 minutes, 40 seconds to be exact. Hour, 10 minutes, 45 seconds. Little shimmy Far East, just be kicking it, just be handling it. Little shimmy in the Far East and shit, dog. What shit happening? Little shimmy, just be smelting it, smush, smelting it, smelting it, smelling it. One of the greatest things that was ever invented was freestyle. Not rap necessarily, but just freestyle. Yeah, Brian Dunn is Satanist Gandalf. I only deal with the hardest. Okay. Let me see if I can find some Project Pat. Some Project Pat and shit. Dog! That's what's up! That's what's up! That's right! That's right! Oh, here it is. You ain't from my hood. That's right! Yo, nigga, you ain't from my hood and shit, dog! You ain't from my hood, man! You ain't from my freaking hood, man! Yo, dog, where's your fucking hood and shit now? Where's your hood, man? Shit! That's... I don't know why it's taking so long to freaking load this shit. I might have to exit Discord and just do it on my phone. That's right. That's right. You ain't from, man. You chilling out? Don't be in my way. Don't get out of the way. Out of the way, man. Let us get out, man. Get out of my hood, dog. Get the fuck out of my hood, man. You don't belong here. Fuck out of my hood, nigga. Get the fuck out of my hood, nigga. Shit. Get the fuck out of my hood. Poppin' my collar is good. Ye RNS. Years. Or ye RNS. What do you think about the Houston rap scene, Ghost of Niccolo, if I might ask? Are you kind of into any of those Houston-based rappers? I think grunge actually is largely a Southern phenomenon. Grunge is actually kind of largely it's from Tennessee though, but it's kind of overwhelmingly Southern rappers. Little shimmy, just be rilin', always freestyling on the high end hood, man. That's just beginning it to make America great again. Yeah, I don't mind to make America great again, but I don't think Donald Trump is going to do it. A fat, pale ass guy from New York is not going to make great. What's going to make America great is to do what Andrew Jackson did and kill the bank. Ghost of Niccolo says that it is a very snake. It's very snake culture Houston rap, Warhammer. Ever since I can remember, I have been working these hoes, and they better put the money in my hand. Dude, you Brits have really been hit by American culture since the war. Academic Agent is right. Margaret Thatcher did what Winston Churchill could not. He basically made your country American. He basically turned you guys into America 2.0. Margaret Thatcher turned Britain into America 2.0. You are like the most American place in Europe. But yeah. Get the fucking hose out of my way. Get those hose. The hose in my way. Just be hosing. And yeah, bitches like me and shit. Bitches like me and shit. Man like me and shit. You know, there's a band that's called Guns N' Roses. Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm just not really I'm not really Bill Cooper, dude. I'm no Bill Cooper. I'm no Lyndon LaRouche. I'm just me. Just a guy on the internet doing a stream. Just trying to make it in the world and all. Shit. Oh, by the way, did Mr. Medicare actually review Reformed Stoic? Someone told me that Mr. Medicare did a reaction to Stoic's Uber Eats. I have not been able to find any reaction of Mr. Medicare to Reformed Stoic's Uber Eats video. I tried looking that up and I found nothing. So either that guy lied to me on purpose or he just didn't know.
Make my fucking day. Yes, sir. Make my fucking day. Yes, sir. Bambizzle told you. And Chopper Black had them youngers in your yard with them fucking K's. We bullshitting out here. They want you niggas down, stretch one of you niggas out. Niggas know the business.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bam. I ain't talking about these Southside niggas dirty and we ain't got no money, but for real though, we credit and we ain't talking about how we look. Let's get it.
The Sports Gang. The Sports Gang Radio. Sports Radio Live. Little chimney. Out in the hood is little chimney. Little chimney. How you gonna do it with the Sports Gang Mafia dog? Sports Gang Mafia gonna crack down your hut door. Sports Gang Mafia gonna crack down your door if you don't give receipts. Where's my dough? Where's my motherfucking cash? Where's my motherfucking cash and shit, bro? Oh, bad bitches, man. Oh, bad bitches, man. What's up with that shit, man? Motherfucker, what is up and shit, nigga? What's going on and shit, bitch?
All my niggas cruddy from Buddy to Chucky Monkey. My bitches be by that money. She fuck me to serve the chunky. Don't you fuck with her honey. They jump that bitch like a bungee. Then they shoot. They some shooters.
What's up, man? What's up, the hard man? What are you ready to rip it and rough this 14 style? 14 coming back and this shit. It's Style Island. And you know what? We be driving on the hard end. We just keep driving down the inner city, down the hard end. I'm from the slums, nigga. I'm from the slums, nigga. You from the slums, nigga. Bitches just be hoeing, bitches and hoeing. Soft as pillow. Beat your ass and shit, nigga. Don't get my trigger going, bitch. Don't get my trigger going, shit, man. That's what's up. You know what is up, don't be tripping, nigga. Don't be tripping in my nigga the woods, bitch. Don't be coming in my nigga the woods, nigga. Don't be fucking with the force. Don't be fucking with the force. Don't be digging out with the force. All right. that's going to be the music for the duration of the stream. Hope you enjoyed that, because I'm not going to be doing no more freestyles. Ghost of Nicolo says, "Good night, bros. Texas won. Remember the Alamo. Always remember the Alamo. Texas won, Mexico. It's time to fucking get over it, Mexico." Even Shaggy knew that Texas won. California lost and Texas won. Let's hear it for the N-word F slurs. Well, there's plenty of that in rap. There is plenty of that shit in rap, dude. Let's see here. Maggie Thatch was the last UK Republican. She basically just turned Britain into America 2.0, which is kind of weird. I don't know why in the world the Brits would want to be Americans. Rick Perry says, Anglo-American establishment, City of London and Wall Street. Yeah, so the Anglosphere, all of the elites are exactly the same. Soulbreaker says, win access, win intent, or win intente. Are you talking about Mextasis? I don't get it. Are you talking about the Greek dictator Mextasis, Mectasis, or Mextasis? Metasis? The Greek dictator from the 30s? Forge 2024. Vote for Forge Warhammer for 2024. Ever since I can remember, I've been working those hoes, and they better put the money in my hand. You have a strange mindset, Rick Perry, sometimes. Not always. It is a very snake culture used in rap, Warhammer. Alright, well, I guess I could play some Bill Cooper clips or something. But yeah, the Bible is not going to save you. And actually, now would be a good time to get into that. The Bible is not going to save you. Jesus Christ is going to save you. Jesus Christ is going to save you. Okay, I'll turn my camera on. Lyrics from Poppin' My Collar 3-6 Mafia. All right, so I'm not going to say who posted this, but I'm going to review this video. It is by Born Again Barbarian, which is a very strange name.
Jesus doesn't save you. The Bible does. This is going to be an extremely important study, going through multiple scriptures to show you that your proof of salvation is written. It's written down. The importance of having a perfect...
Okay, so the Bible is not going to save you. I got flies in here, so I got this. Yeah, the Bible is not going to save you. The Bible is a book. It has pages, and it's got printed words on it. Okay? And you know what? There's other books. There's other religious books that claim that they can save you. The Quran, the Hadith, the Tanakh, the Talmud, in Abrahamic religions, the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Altung, the Alting, or the Alching in China, Confucius, Buddhist works. All of these books claim that they can save you. So, hypothetically speaking, let's say that Jesus doesn't save you, but the Bible does. Then what's to say that the Quran or the Book of Mormon can't save you? If only the Bible and not Jesus can save you, then maybe the Book of Mormon can save you. Maybe the Quran can save you. After all, they're books. They have a lot of stuff basically the Bible has. So hypothetically, let's just say that it is the Bible that saves. Well, who's to say that these other books or these other works cannot save you as well? After all, a book is going to save you. Okay? You got to be fucking retarded to think that. Okay? You got to be really a fucking dumb, idiotic motherfucker to think that. The Bible is not going to save you. The Book of Mormon is not going to save you. The Quran is not going to save you. The Old Testament is not going to save you. The New Testament is not going to save you. What's going to save you, or what is going to prove for your salvation, is Jesus Christ is the Lord and the Son of the living God. Coming to terms with that and accepting his atonement and the covenant of grace of which it grants through that blood atonement in that sacrifice, of which no goat or no sheep could ever do, and accepting that sacrifice of the Lamb of God, that is what is going to save you. And so on that note, I think it's a good place to maybe wrap it up. I don't know. I might play some Bill Cooper stuff. Go ahead and find some Bill Cooper clips, but yeah. The Bible's not going to save you. The Bible's a book. The Bible's not even alive. How is the Bible going to atone for the sins of the world? Are you going to nail a Bible on the cross, dude? Come on, man. What are you going to do? Are you going to nail a Bible on a cross? Is that going to be your God? Is a book with the written words going to be your idol? Are you going to nail the Bible on a cross? Is that going to be your God? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Code of Truth, bro. Bruh. Get the fuck out of here with that. But yeah, Rick Rekieta got arrested. I mean, I haven't, this is the first time I've really talked about it on stream with the Nick Rekieta shit. There's something about that Sonichu medallion. There's something about that Sonichu medallion thing. It really is cursed, isn't it? Like, there needs to be a creepypasta made about the Sonichu medallion. That thing is fucking cursed, dude. That thing, you put that thing on, your life is over. Rick Rekieta put the Sonichu medallion around his neck. The Sonichu medallion was on him. Not even a year later, and he is a registered sex offender. He is a pedophile, just like Chris Chan is a pedophile. and he's going to prison for possession of drugs and being a pedophile. Don't put on the Sonichu medallion. The Sonichu medallion will curse you to being a indefinite pedophile forever. Anyone that wears the Sonichu medallion automatically becomes a horror cow, a lol cow. You wear the Sonichu medallion, you become a lol cow forever. There is no going back. You're a lol cow for life. You become a lol cow for life. Born again barbarian. That's interesting. I thought that barbarians were pagans, dude. What happened? What happened to Odin? What happened to Wotan? What happened to the pagan barbarian stuff?
The first warrant was served on September 11th of 2001, but was postponed. It would not be until November of 2001 when the police would finally make an attempt to raid Cooper. Cooper's broadcasts at this time had already been looking into the federal government's compliance in the events of 9/11.
One of the things that makes everybody wonder why Bill's life was snuffed out in 2001 was because in June of that year, Osama bin Laden, who was a relative unknown at that time, Bill had been following the news and found a lot of curiosities and went on the air predicting that there would be a major attack in the United States and that it would be blamed on Osama bin Laden, but he was literally the scapegoat that was being used, not truly behind the attacks. So that, I mean, just a few months before the events of September 11th, and then, of course, Bill's life cut short shortly thereafter.
Supposedly, a CNN reporter found Osama bin Laden, took a television camera crew with him, went into Osama bin Laden's hideout, interviewed him and his top leadership. Within 3 weeks, Osama bin Laden is going to attack the United States and Israel. Now, don't you think that's kind of strange, folks? You see, because the largest intelligence apparatus in the world, with the biggest budget in the history of the world, has been looking for Osama bin Laden for years and years and years, and can't find him. Some doofus jerk-off reporter with a camera crew waltzes right into his hideout and interviews him. And I'm telling you, be prepared for a major attack. But it won't be Osama bin Laden. It will be those behind the New World Order. I wonder what Osama bin Laden's targets are supposed to be. And if they don't, if this doesn't materialize in the next 2 or 3 weeks, it will eventually materialize because they haven't succeeded in getting the guns out of the hands of the American people, nor have they succeeded in taking our freedoms away. And so I tell you with a certainty that they must do something terrible.
Yeah, dude, you don't hear that anymore. Alex Jones used to be like that, but not anymore. Like Alex Jones, they all talked about the Republican neocons. They all talked about how the Republicans and the Democrats all started wars nobody talks about the Illuminati. No one talks about Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, no radio about it, but not now. Like Alex Jones just yells and rages like a raving ass lunatic about how the water turns the frogs gay. How water turns the freaking frogs gay. That is the 2024 Alex Jones. None of these guys talk about the neocons, the Clinton mafia, the drug wars, nothing. It's not discussed anymore. It's been shut down. Nobody talks about how the government is trying to take guns away from the people. Long story short, I lost my gun rights for no good reason. I'm not going to get into it here. I'll do that some other time. I'll talk about it some other time, but I don't know how much it is. But don't buy it. Don't ever buy it. It's cursed. I'm not going to tell you where to find it either. That thing is fucking cursed. For real, that Sonichu thing is cursed. Don't ever wear it. You'll become a lol cow for life if you do. It turns you into a horror cow. It turns you into a lol cow. You put on the Sonichu medallion, you're going to get a thread about you and about everything about that you've ever done in your life on Kiwi Farms. Put on the Sonichu medallion, you become a cursed lol cow for life. Everywhere you go, people will see you as a lol cow. I'm not really being serious about that. I'm not being serious. I mean, if you want to get it, you can. I'm not going to ever wear it. No. I'm never going to wear the Sonichu thing. Ever. I don't even think it's really funny anyways. Like, obviously, it's not really cursed, but considering what's happened, it might actually be cursed. Somebody needs to make a creepypasta about the Sonichu medallion. I'm not pro-gun NGL. BTW, do you have a second account? Are you from the States, Soulbreaker? Or are you from another country? Well, I have another account on Rumble. Sometimes I repost my streams on Rumble, but I don't really stream on Rumble. I stream on YouTube. YouTube is really just the best streaming platform, along with Twitch. Twitch and YouTube are the best, despite some of the obvious flaws. I will be safe in India. I'm sure you can find plenty of butter chicken to eat. Butter chicken? Butter chicken? Butter chicken? You want a butter chicken? Butter chicken? Butter chicken. Yeah, dude. That's just crazy. Oh, Chauncey, I BTFO'd the shit out of Soberman. You missed a lot. But Soberman had an argument with Swede, and Soberman got his ass whooped. You won, Chauncey. All of the screenshots that Soberman made about your kids in the Fortnite stuff, I posted that in the Plate server And now everybody knows, everyone knows about what he said. And now Soberman can't get over it. He has not slept once. Ever since you won, Chauncey, Soberman has not slept a wink. Soberman has not been able to sleep once for one night. He's been up taking meth because he's so butthurt that he lost to you a year ago. But yeah, I shared all of this stuff that you had about him to everybody, and now, yeah, everybody knows about it. And you, I mean, dude, that is some good fucking trolling, Chauncey. You're probably one of the best trolls of all time, dude. You really did get Soberman. Okay, all jokes aside, you really got Soberman. He still talks about it. He still talks about it and says that you tried to ruin his life and stuff. It's hilarious. Butter chicken, butter chicken, butter chicken. And Soulbreaker says that he is from Greece. Awesome, dude. At least the Greeks have some integrity for their race. Most white people just don't really care about it. Dude, it's like, I don't know what to say, man. White people are not doing shit. And they won't. White people have lost their backbone. Most white people. Not all white people, but most of them have. Like, white men do not have a backstaying that Chris Chan formed the basis for the impetus to set up the largest troll farm, Kiwi Farms, which are admittedly occasionally mobilized by the intel community. Chris Chan's dad worked for the government, Rick Perry. Chris Chan's father is in the I think he was in the military. Chris Chan grew up on a military base. His dad, I think, worked for the Pentagon. So Chris Chan is probably connected to some intel. And yes, Josh Connor Moon is probably very likely involved in intel. I don't know all the connections and stuff, but obviously there's something going on there. Chris Chan grew up on a military base, actually. Yes, his father owned many serious patents. Yeah, I mean, there are commercials from the 90s. Well, not commercials, but there is recorded footage of Chris Chan from the 90s, the 1990s, of Chris Chan winning a tournament or something and getting like a Nintendo 64 or something. He won a tournament or something, but Chris Chan has been in the spotlight since the 90s. Like, Chris Chan has been known for a long time. He's actually 5 years older than I am. He's like 6 or 8 years older than me, dude. It's just crazy. Someone that's like almost 10 years older than I am and is still mentally a child. And he's 10 years older than I am. Chauncey Fatsack said, Forge Gang 1! Yes, definitely, dude. You are the best, Warhammer. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I got Soberman to Spurg out. Soberman actually went an entire week with no sleep and just smoking meth. Chicken, butter chicken. Butter chicken. Greece is only racist to Romani and Albanians. What about all the Syrian refugees and like the Middle Eastern people? People from the Middle East that are going in mass. Like, when are the Europeans going to stop that? Soulbreaker says that Chauncey thinks. Kiwi Farms definitely has Fed mods. They got the Nick Rikita warrant when it was only accessible by the Minnesota courthouse. Rick Rikita was actually a registered lawyer. He was on the bar in Minnesota. Chauncey says that curry butter chicken is Rick Perry's favorite. Oh, what do you think about Shaggy quitting the internet, Chauncey? What do you think about Little Mormon Shaggy quitting the internet? Soberman threw a fit about that too. Soberman threw a huge fit about Shaggy quitting the internet. Soberman thought that Shaggy was funny. Soberman actually thinks that Shaggy was funny and that grossly offensive, that retard was funny. They were not funny, dude. Dude, just how could you think that those guys are entertaining? Like, they're both shitheads, dude. I'm glad that Grossly and Shaggy are gone. I'm glad that they're fucking gone, dude. I don't want them to come back. Fuck them. Grossly was a piece of shit, dude. Grossly offensive. That guy was a fucking idiot, dude. Like, I'm glad he's gone. Shaggy was definitely a wizard, but I don't want him to come back. I don't think Shaggy's going to ever come back. Rick Perry, even many of Chris's trolls, Isabel Larita Jenke was Intel adjacent. Her father is an ex-Navy SEAL and wealthy cybersecurity business owner, which is a CIA front. Mother is a pilot. Stepmom is Secret Service. That's really interesting. Chris Chan has always been very highly prolific for a long time. A lot of people have made a bunch of wikis and web pages about Chris Chan, covering all the Chris Chan stuff for decades. Chris Chan has been on the internet for decades. And there is always like something that has been going on. It was only the last few years when he was arrested and in jail that nothing but since he's been out of jail, there's been new stuff that's been talked about. Chauncey Fatsack says, me too, bro. True, Ricky. Ricada Perry. Rick Ricada Perry. The true identity of Rick Perry. He is Rick Ricada Perry. That is his real name and his real identity. He is Rick Ricada Perry. Yes, LOL. Rick Ricada Perry. Yeah, if you put on the Sonichu medallion, you become a lol-cow. And if you stand in front of a mirror at 3 a.m. in the morning, if you wear the Sonichu medallion and you wink with your right eye, clap your hands 5 times, and kind of do a little whirl 3 times like a ballerina. And if you say that My Little Pony is magical, you get automatically, just like that, you get a Kiwi Farms thread with all of your darkest, most inner secrets. Everything that you ever did, everything that you've ever done appears on your Kiwi Farms thread instantly. And that's true. That's a fact. That will actually happen. So don't ever wear the Sonichu medallion. It is evil. It is corruptible. Never, ever get the Sonichu medallion. You will be cursed for life. You will become a horror cow, just like Mormon Shaggy and Soberman when they put on the Sonichu medallion. Just like Lamewire Jesse and Matty Cat when they put on the Sonichu medallion. They became cursed gay and transgender trannies for life. Anyways, I think that's going to be it. Y'all have a good one. Peace out. Never wear the Sonichu medallion.